Hey guys, it's Dave of My Favorite Smokes here. Today I'm going to talk to you about a new mouth to lung RTA we got in, and that's going to be the Digiflavor Siren GTA. GTA by Digiflavor sounds familiar. It's because they did the Fuji GTA, and it's Genesis tank atomizer. It's kind of a mix between an RDTA and a Genesis style tank, which is one of the older original rebuildable tanks. Great for flavor. Digiflavor is the same they did with this as they did with that Fuji. Is they put the build deck almost center of the tank, that pushes everything closer to drip tip and puts off really great flavor. Now where this is different than that Fuji is the fact this is a mouth to lung style tank. Single coil, tight airflow, tight airflow from top to bottom. You got your bottom airflows tight, your chimneys got a tight fill, and both the drip tips included are both tight airflow. Running a single coil, half ohm, 35 watts, great flavor, mouth to lung style. I know a lot of you guys out there asking for the mouth to lung style vape, wondering where's the love for your guys. Well, this is going to be it. Great flavor tank. I mean, I can't get over how great the flavor is on this little single coil. Available in two versions. We got the 25 and the 22. The 25 is going to be a 25 millimeter diameter, 5 milliliter capacity. The 22 is 22 millimeter diameter with a 4 millimeter capacity. So you're only losing 1 milliliter with a thinner tank than you are with the bigger one. Some people may want the bigger one just because it may look better on some of the larger devices out now. A little slightly larger build deck, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're going to still get about the same build in either one. It's just really going to come down to looks preference and if you want 4 mils or 5 mil capacity. Let me go ahead and go over one of the tanks here. I'm going to grab it open, a stainless 25, just kind of give you a look at it. On the 25 millimeters, you can see the end to the build deck from the outside. It's actually the chamber's got glass on the side, so you can actually see your coil and your cotton. But as you see here, once you kind of start vaping on a little bit, it does get some condensation in it. So you can't really see, but you still can, so it is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and break it open. It is a top fill tank, just threaded top cap here with nice wide open fill holes. I mean, you can actually just pour your bottle right in there and not having to use a dropper cap or anything like that. All right. Going to take this off. The chimney and then the outer cap for your build deck are all attached to the top of the tank itself. This glass is removable. They do give you a spare glass in the box. Like I said, the build deck is actually enclosed in this right here, and there's glass inside of that. So it is protected, so you're not truly flooding that tank out, and you can still see your coil and your cotton and everything. And here's the build deck. It's just a simple 2-post single coil deck. You got a screw on either side. You kind of pull your wire in there and trap it aside and put your screw down. The way they did the bottom airflow is kind of almost like the spit guards we've seen in some of the drip tips. And they say it's to make it leak proof. I haven't had any leaking issues, and I have, with that glass eye, been able to see that a little extra liquid than normal has been getting into the build deck, but I haven't had any leaking issues. And it's something about the way they did the spit guard. And looking on their website, it says something about an oil film, so I'm almost wondering if it, just the way they did those holes, it kind of prevents the liquid from getting down through there. It was like a little honeycomb pattern, like I said, on some of the spit guards on drip tips and stuff. And that thread's on and off of there. All right, and it's the brass connection, or it might even be a gold plated or brass connection, so good connection. But you put your single coil in there, and then you run your cotton wicking material down on either side. Put everything back together. And then your airflow adjustments here on the bottom. It's a single side airflow. It's great for, like I said, your mouth to lung, stuff like that. And the way it's adjusted is it's actually different varying size holes. There's 4 different hole sizes. So you got a smaller one for your tighter airflow, and as you click it, it gets to larger ones. And everything clicks into place really nice. It's not just like a free roaming airflow control ring. I would say the largest hole is probably about a 3 millimeter, and then the smallest one's a 1, and then different in-betweens as far as the airflow. All right, and the 22 millimeter is going to be the same thing. You don't get that glass window seeing into your build. So let me show you that. All right, so see, it's just a solid barrel around your build deck there, which some people don't like looking at their builds in there. I've noticed some RTAs, RDAs they have where you can see in the build deck. Some people don't like that, some people do. So I think it's kind of cool that you can see in there just to make sure your wicks are staying wet. But I haven't had any issues with dry hits, no leaking issues, just great flavor off this guy. The drip tip that comes on there is like a metal drip tip with a little Delrin insert on the top. I didn't really realize the Delrin at first with the black one, but after looking at stainless, it's kind of obvious with the white Delrin. But just that top section is going to be Delrin, so it's cool on your lips. You don't have to worry about it burning. And then the metal one kind of holds up, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. Included in the box, they do give you another little Delrin drip tip. As I said, there's a pretty tight bore drip tips, and that's just so you can get a good mouth-to-lung vape off of this guy. All right. Included in the box, you also get your normal. You get some O-rings, you get your screws, and they also give you the nice three-way tool. I've been a fan of the way a lot of companies have been including those lately, because you got two different size Allen keys, and you also get your Phillips head for your screws. Those are real handy. I always keep one of those in my build kit. Regardless of what I'm using, I always have, pretty much I'm always going to have the tool. I mean, there's not a lot of them that are going to be outside of your two Allen keys or your Phillips head are going to work for the screws. So handy little tool, and it really is nice that they include that with the kit. Like I said, I'm doing a 1/2 ohm coil, 35 watts, mouth to lung. I got the hole open to the second from the most open, and I'm just gonna have a couple of vapes for you real quick. Let's see how this thing works. And even though that is a mouth to lung, it is still putting off a good bit of vapor, and real flavorful vapor at that. That's one thing I didn't really care for when I was using mouth to lung. What kind of got me into the direct lung stuff, as I like a lot of vapor production. A lot of the direct lung stuff to me seemed like it didn't really put out a lot of vapor. Feel like you're doing all the work and you're getting flavor and then nothing showing for it. This one definitely puts off a decent amount of vapor. I mean, you're not going to go out and win a cloud competition with this, and that's not what it's intended for. It's intended to be a good flavor tank, and that's exactly what they shot for here, and that's what they got. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new mouth-to-lung RTA or rebuildable of any kind, check out the Siren GTA. 25 or 22s, regardless of the size, are both going to work the same. It's just going to be your personal preference on the looks. But these are made by Digiflavor. They are available on our website. If you have any questions about them, you can leave them in the comments below. As always, this has been Dave of My Freedom Smokes. Thank you for vaping.